Hello everyone and welcome to the video. So in the Q&A I did a couple weeks ago, I got a lot of questions from people asking, how am I so productive? How can they be more productive? How can they get more stuff done? And I figured, why not make an entire dedicated video to it? Now today I want to speak about productivity in a nice, healthy, happy way. I don't want to make a video that encourages people to overwork or work themselves to death or burn out, because that's really not good. So today we're just going to speak about productivity and productivity tips in general, but with a focus on being productive in a good way, in a healthy way, not in a damaging, overworky kind of way. If you're new here, hi, my name is Christy. I am a freelance writer. I make YouTube videos. I do writerly and drawing things. I do a lot of creative things. I'm also a postgraduate student, and on top of that, I work full time. So I always have a lot on my plate. I always have a lot of stuff going on. I always have a lot of stuff to do. So being productive to me is very, very important to achieving all my goals and to getting all the things done. And over the last few years, I've developed quite a list of things that help me get stuff done and do stuff efficiently and effectively. Anyway, without further ado, let's cozy up and start talking about productivity, but in a nice, healthy, happy, non-judgy, non-guilty, lovely sort of way. Number one, motivation. The key to being super duper productive and getting stuff done and working really hard and working really well, I've found, is having a really strong motivator. Now for everyone this is going to be different. The thing that motivates me is the fact that I want to one day achieve a dream. Everything that I do is in some way working towards that. So that's the thing I keep front of mind, and that's the thing that drives me forward to being productive and getting stuff done and working hard, because I have a reason and a want to work hard. Now we're sort of taught societally that we need to be productive, that we need to get a lot of stuff done, and if we don't, we're lazy. Like if you're not working really hard and hustling, then you're doing something wrong. If you're not getting straight A's, if you're not getting an amazing GPA at university, you're doing something wrong. We're all very much taught that we need to strive towards success. Not all of us are after the same kind of success. Not all of us categorize success in the same way. So if you're trying to be super duper productive and you're getting yourself burnt out and you're really miserable and you don't know why, look at what your motivator is. Look at the reason you want to work hard. Do you want to get good grades because you want it? Because you have a dream? Or is it coming from somewhere else? Some sort of other pressure from other people, or maybe from other things? My very first tip is think long and hard about why you want to be productive. What is your motivation? And keep that motivation front of mind. If you care about it enough, if your goal is strong enough, if you want it enough, you will work hard and you will work towards it. And there are ways you can keep your dream and goal front of mind. You can make a picture collage of what you're after and make that the desktop background of your computer. You can print out pictures and stick them around your apartment or your room. You can write little notes to yourself on your hand. I've done this quite a bit. And normally when I do it, I make it like an obscure word or a symbol or something so that only I know what it means, because otherwise it's like a little bit weird. But there are lots of ways you can keep that dream front of mind. And at least for me, that's very, very important. And that's the sole reason I work really hard. That I get up really early every morning to get work done before I go off to my full-time job, that I stay up late editing YouTube videos and writing and doing all this stuff. It's all towards that one motivator, and that motivator is so very important. So work out what your motivation is and keep it front of mind. Number two, work smart, not hard. Now I'm not in love with this title, but it basically encompasses what I mean. You should work hard too. You should always work hard. Working hard is a really, really good thing, but it's more important to work hard in a smart way. Don't work yourself to death out of guilt, out of the need to feel productive. Okay, it is not conducive to productivity to work yourself into the ground, to get to the point where you can't concentrate, or where you're miserable, or where you're burnt out, or where you're crying at your desk. I've been there. It's not fun. The law of diminishing returns applies here. There is a certain amount of working too hard. There is a certain point that is perfect. That is a perfect amount for you to work. And then after that, you need to take a break. You need to go and watch a TV. You need to go and watch a movie. You need to go spend time with your family or your friends or do whatever and have fun. You will work so much more efficiently and effectively if you take time to yourself. Number three, pay attention to how you work best. Now, me personally, I work better in the mornings, which means that I get up early so that I can do my own creative work and my own projects before I head off to my job. I don't force myself to work really, really hard late at night because I know my concentration isn't the best. Not everybody works the same. Some people work better in the mornings, some people work better at nighttime, some people work better in short bursts. You really just need to pay attention and try out different things to find out what works best for you. And you need to not beat yourself up about not doing something a certain way or a certain way that someone else has told you need to do it. Find out what works for you, find out the times where you work most efficiently and stick to that. Number 4, concentrate and avoid procrastination. Now, I am horrible at concentrating sometimes. Sometimes I really, really struggle with it. If I'm really stressed out, if I'm sitting at my computer and I'm trying to do work and trying to get stuff done, I struggle so much. Like, I constantly go back to social media, I'll go clean, I'll go do other stuff. I procrastinate heaps and my concentration is just not there. But stress is a natural facet of life. It's going to happen every now and then, and sometimes you just need to be able to work through it. If you're really, really stressed out about university, those assignments aren't just gonna go away on their own. You'll be less stressed out once you get them done, so sometimes you just have to push through. And I've developed a few different ways that really, really help me push through my complete inability to concentrate and my tendency to procrastinate. So the first way is an app called Forest. I'll find my phone. It's this really adorable little app where you set a timer, and over the course of like 30 minutes, 40 minutes, whatever you pick, it'll grow a little tree. If you start using your phone and go on social media and stuff like that, you kill the tree. I think I've been using this for the past like 3-ish years. I absolutely love it. It's fantastic for helping me concentrate. Even if I'm doing work on the computer and not on my phone, it's still really great that I know there's a timer going and I know that this is like the set time that I need to work. But if I'm past that point of concentration, if the Forest app really isn't working for me and I'm like on my computer and I just cannot concentrate on the thing I'm supposed to be doing, whether that's university or writing or whatever, I do something that one of my year 12 teachers taught me, which has been like the most helpful concentration technique I've ever had. So essentially what it is like you use your phone again, you use a timer, and you set the timer for 20 minutes. Now, over the course of that 20 minutes, you concentrate and you do work. You don't do anything else, you just focus on whatever it is. Normally I use this technique for when I'm doing essay writing. So you do 20 minutes of work and then set the timer again, and you do 5 minutes after that of something fun. So I always used to play my DS. Specifically, I used to play Animal Crossing. I don't need this technique very much anymore, but I still do go and grab my DS and play Animal Crossing if I really, really need it. So you do 20 minutes of work, 5 minutes of play. You can play a game on your phone, it doesn't really matter what you do. 20 minutes of work, 5 minutes of play, and then you just do it like that over and over again. And generally by the 3rd rotation, I can concentrate brilliantly. I don't need to keep playing my DS. I put it to the side. I can just sit there and do my work, and literally I will not check social media for hours. It is fantastic. Now I'm currently at a point where I can just sit down, buckle and concentrate, but it has taken me years, and I really mean that. It's taken me years to get to the point where I can actually concentrate for long periods of time, because I've always had really, really fragmentary concentration with certain things. I mean, a video game I can play for like 8 hours straight and not have an issue, but like if it's an essay, if it's a writing piece, if it's like anything really at all that I have to do, I can sometimes struggle. So using the Forest app and using that alarm rotation technique, which I don't have a name for, I'm sorry, those are both fantastic for helping me concentrate and avoiding procrastination. Number 5, exercise. Now I know, and I'm so sorry, but this is on the list. I am not a person who likes exercising. I hate running. I've said that so many times. But the way that I make sure I'm very, very active and healthy in my everyday life is I make sure I do at least 13,000 steps a day. I generally do a lot more than that, but that is my bare minimum steps every single day, and I do not miss that. Just walking that much is amazing for your health. It's really, really important. And honestly, if you make a big effort to just take the stairs or park further away from places and walk a little bit more, to just go on a brief walk on your lunch break, you can get to your steps really, really, really easily. And that is fantastic exercise. I found that when I'm physically active in terms of like walking and stuff like that, I concentrate so much better and I am so much more productive. Number 6, eating healthy. This is a really, really obvious tip. At this point, I may as well just chuck in a tip about drinking water, but eating healthy is really important for productivity and concentration. At least it is for me. I've found that if I have consumed a lot of sugar or salt or really, really unhealthy food, I can't concentrate nearly as well. So when I'm working, I generally drink green tea because it has nothing in it except tea, or I drink water. So if I have a lot of work to do that day, I try to eat as healthy as I can because it helps me concentrate better. Number 7, time management and time organization in a way that works for you. I hate calendar blocking and schedule blocking and blocking out times for things. This is basically when you say, on Tuesday at 10 a.m. I'm going to do this, this, and this. At 11 a.m. I'm going to do this, this, and this, and then so on and so forth. And you block out your entire week depending on the times. I don't like doing that because it feels too regimented for me. I feel like if you miss one due date, you miss the rest of them. And it's just a domino effect of like stress and chaos, and it's not my favorite thing in the world. I like a nice, happy to-do list that I can erase things. So I write it in like graphite pencil, and it's not nearly as judgy as a calendar blocked schedule. Some people love calendar blocking. If that works for you, by all means do calendar blocking, but it doesn't work for me, so I like having a to-do list. The other thing I love using is Trello. Trello is basically a web app that you can use. It's free to use. Essentially, you can see all of your tasks, you can move stuff around. It's very, very visual, and it's brilliant for helping you organize the things you have to do, when you have to do them. You can put due dates on things. It's just a beautifully made web app, and I love it so much, and I've been using it for ages, and it's absolutely great. Number 8, having a good headspace. Now, all of this comes back to what I said at the beginning of the video in terms of good, healthy productivity as opposed to toxic productivity. A lot of us feel the need to work really, really hard all the time and work ourselves into the ground. A lot of us beat ourselves up for not being more productive and not getting more stuff done. I think it's important to keep in mind that you are human. If you're not subscribed to me and you've just Googled how to be productive and you've just clicked on this video because you're desperately looking for more tips, you're doing a good job. Be kind to yourself, take care of yourself, make sure you're putting your mental health first. Everything else is secondary to your health. Getting good grades, achieving goals, doing all that kind of stuff, your health is more important than that. You need to make sure that you're happy and healthy and psychologically good before you concentrate on achieving goals and hustling and working hard and all that kind of stuff. If you're burnt out psychologically, you're not going to be productive. If you're miserable, you're not going to be productive. If you're depressed, you are not going to be productive. You need to be kind to yourself. You need to make sure that you're not beating yourself up. There are some days when we just can't do anything. There are some days where we just need to watch TV. We need to do absolutely nothing productive with our time. And this is because we're all human beings and we're not robots and we're not designed to be productive 100,000% of the time. And besides, if you're happy and healthy and you're not stressed, you're going to work so much more efficiently and effectively and be more productive. And that was everything. Those were all of my current tips for being productive and concentrating and getting stuff done and working efficiently and happily and doing all the things. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any tips or tricks for productivity or concentrating or anything like that, please feel free to comment them down below. I would love to read them. And yeah, take care. I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a lovely week. Bye-bye.